Hey guys, this is Anna with Crafts to Love by Anna. This tutorial will show you how to create the adorable pumpkin set kit that I have offered in my shop. If you would like to get a kit, you can go to craftstolovebyanna.com and you'll see that under shop, you'll see a category for monthly craft kits, and there you'll find the November one. So to get started, I went ahead and I just used my paint tray to pour some orange and white paint. And what we're going to do is we're going to paint the large pumpkin first, orange. Now you don't have to do orange, you can do white if you like. But if you want to follow it exactly how I'm doing it, I decided to do the big one in orange. So I did the front and the sides, and then we'll do the back side once the front is dried. So you can see here I'm just covering the entire side and the front. You probably are going to do a second coat. Once you're done with your large pumpkin, you're going to grab your medium pumpkin and you will paint this one white. Same thing, you're going to do one side, the top side and the sides all white. Once you're done with your white pumpkin, grab your small pumpkin, and for this one, we are going to make stripes. You're going to use the provided washi tape to create the effect. You can make the stripes as thick as you like, or as thin as you like, or put as many stripes as you like as well. So for this one, I chose to go straight across, but you can go diagonal if you want to make diagonal stripes. Just as long as the tape is covering the top side or one side and the sides of the pumpkin. Don't worry about the back yet. We're going to go ahead and repeat this process for the back once the front is dry. So I did 2 because I wanted to have 3 orange stripes and 2 white stripes. So using my heat gun, I'm just quickly drying the first layer of paint so I can do a second coat. You can use a blow dryer if you like as well, just to speed up the process. And I'm going to do this to all 3 pumpkins. And once again, I'm using my heat gun to speed up the drying process for the second coat. Then you're going to go ahead and remove the washi tape from the small pumpkin. And we're going to apply new washi tape to cover the orange edges so we can paint it white. So you'll see that I'll start with the top stripe and I'll cover right to the edge of the orange, and I'll also get the sides. And then when I do the first layer in white, I quickly use my heat gun to speed up the drying process, and I could do a second coat right away. Go ahead and remove the washi tape, and you're going to reuse the same one to do the bottom stripe. And as you can see, I just made sure that the washi tape that had paint on it was towards facing the unfinished wood. And you're going to do the same process. You're just going to go ahead and paint it. You're going to do 2 coats and then remove the washi tape. If you do have any bleeding, you can easily fix that with a little bit of your foam brush and paint. You can see here I just trying to fix a little bit of the bleed. It doesn't matter if it doesn't look perfect, because these are going to be distressed at the end, so you're not even going to tell that there was a mistake. Once you're finished with the small pumpkin, now we're going to move on working with on the back side of all three pumpkins. And you're going to repeat the same process, putting in 2 coats of paint, orange for the tall pumpkin, white for the medium, and then we're going to repeat the stripes on the back side of the small one. Now, you don't have to do this. You can do a different pattern if you like on the back sides of each pumpkin if you want to make it a completely different reversible set. But I decided to go with the same thing, only just changing the phrase for this set. But the possibilities are endless. So once you start the back side of the small pumpkin, this one's going to be a little bit easier because you do not have to cover the sides of the pumpkin with the washi tape. You're just going to line up the washi tape with the sides, using the sides as your guide, and then do the same thing, paint it orange, and then remove the washi tape and paint the 2 stripes white. You can use your blow dryer at this point to make sure that all 3 pumpkins are fully dry before we move on to the next step. Now grab your white medium pumpkin and we're going to add the circle patterns using the circle foam brush. Dip the brush into orange paint and dab off any excess paint on your paper towel. The less paint, the better. And then add some, just dab it all around your pumpkin. You can see here that I went all the way on the edges to make it look like the pattern was continuous. You can add as many circles as you want or just a few. Once you're done with the front side, go ahead and turn your pumpkin and do the same process on the back side. The pumpkin wasn't dry, so I'm holding it up and it's not touching the table. If you would like to leave it flat, I would just go ahead and blow dry it a little bit to make sure that the paint is fully dry before you set it down. The next step is to distress the pumpkins. So you're going to use your sandpaper and sand the entire pumpkin. The sides, make sure you get the sides and the top and the back as well, because we are making them reversible, so you want to do both sides. Wipe off your pumpkin with a paper towel just to get rid of any excess dust, and as well as your table too, so it doesn't get on your other pumpkins. So the next step will be to add the phrase to your pumpkin. So the gift thanks is a little larger stencil that would fit your large pumpkin. And I chose to do the lettering in white and the leaves in brown, but it's up to you if you want to do it all white or all brown. So before you stick the stencil onto your pumpkin, you're going to scrape the top and then gently peel the backing and line up the stencil to your pumpkin. It can go straight across, or you can, go up to the top of the pumpkin, or even tilt it a little bit. It's up to you. There is no wrong way. Once you place your stencil down, use a scraper to scrape off the backing so we can lift the clear transfer tape without lifting the blue transfer paper. As you can see, I'm lifting from one corner to the other. It makes it a lot easier and it won't lift the rest of your stencil. So grab your makeup sponge and you're going to dab a little bit of white paint and then dab off the excess paint on a paper towel and gently paint the wording without touching the leaves if you decide to do the leaves a different color. So I did 2 coats on this and then I moved on to the brown for the leaves. The trick to avoid any bleeding is to use as little paint as possible. You can always add more paint, but if you start off with a lot of paint, it's immediately going to bleed underneath. So just dab your excess paint on your paper towel first before dabbing it on the stencil. And then if you see that it needs a second coat, go ahead and do a second application with your sponge. Once you're done with your painting, go ahead and gently lift the stencil to reveal your phrase. You're going to use the toothpick provided to weed the smaller stencils that are left in between the lettering. If you see any bleeding, you can use the toothpick to scrape off any paint that doesn't belong. So now we're going to move on to the middle pumpkin and apply the second stencil. Don't forget to scrape off the top before you remove the white backing. You can add this again in the middle of the pumpkin, the bottom, you can tilt it. It's all up to you. If you are having trouble removing the white backing, just keep going back and scraping it off until it all comes off in one piece. So I decided to tilt this just a little bit and just kind of stick it in the middle of the pumpkin. Scrape off the top and then peel off from the corner to the other corner. When I peeled off the clear backing, I lifted off a little bit of the stencil that was inside the letter P, so I just used my toothpick to put it right back before I went on with painting. So I used brown on this pumpkin so it stands out against the white and the orange. And again, I started with a little bit of paint, dabbed off any excess paint on the paper towel, and then when I saw that I needed a second coat, I added a quick second layer. When I removed the stencil on this one, it did lift off some paint from the circles, so I just went back and I dabbed it a little bit with my finger to fill them in. Only some. The ones underneath the lettering I didn't really care too much about because they are supposed to look distressed, and so it didn't bother me. So use your toothpick and remove the tiny stencils left in between your letters. If you have any bleeding, you can use your toothpick to just scrape off any of the paint. I didn't realize that I grabbed my weeding tool, but you can use your toothpick. So at this point, we're done with the stenciling, and now the next step would be to make the pumpkins look almost vintage distressed. So I grabbed a clean paper towel, I bunched it up, and I dabbed it a tiny little bit in brown paint, and then gently I rubbed it on the sides and a little bit in the middle of the pumpkin. As you can see, the areas where we distressed with the sandpaper. Now you can go as dark as you want or as light as you want. Depends on how you like the look. You can't really go wrong doing this step. Just make sure you use a tiny little paint, dab it off on your paper towel before you put it on the pumpkin. Don't forget to do the sides as well. And then I went ahead and I did the same process to the other two pumpkins. Once I finished with the paper towel, I grabbed the sandpaper and I just gently went right over that and sanded, just very minimal on both sides. So the last step is to add the raffia to your pumpkins. So just grab a few, I just grabbed about 3 or 4 of them and I just tied them around each stem. Now to make this reversible, I tied on one side and then I went ahead and I turned the pumpkin over and I tied another onto the other side. That way I can flip my pumpkin over and the raffia will be showing on both sides. And you're done. You can display your pumpkins any way you like. You can have the give thanks up front or flip it over and show the happy fall. It's all up to you. Thank you for watching. I really hope you enjoyed this tutorial.